everybody, and welcome to another Danganronpa, another Despair Academy, another... Sorry, I didn't read that, okay. We're here to discover who killed Inori and Yamaguchi.
What the heck?
Alright, so let's check them on Akuma file! And it's in Korean! What the heck?
So you're ready.
Wait, why is it in Korean? Confusion? Okay, anyway.
There's no other version, so don't. We already did.
Oh right. Anyway, here's look at the plot. Okay. Oh, what the heck? Sorry. Alright, let's just talk with them.
Damn it. Yamaguchi and Inori were dead. We're dead.
We're dead?
I couldn't even say goodbye.
Even so, yeah. Sorry, I kept laughing. Sorry. Even so, we have to survive for them.
Okay, let's do some more research.
Oh, that was a quick.
There may be something in the bookshop.
Oh, that was quick.
So leave the no. So leave this place to me.
Nice. Oh, what's sorry?
Damn it! Yamaguchi and Inori are dead.
Oh,
Damn it!
Sorry.
Are dead. Killing two people at the same time? How heinous is this person? This killer? Of course it's not me. Don't doubt it.
Are you sure, Terraria? You didn't kill Inori and Yamaguchi brutally? Huh? What is this blood spot? Right next to me is Yamaguchi, whose blood goes all around the library. It's not that strange that there could be blood spots in the library following this idea, but this blood spot looked kind of different. It's the only one way from Yamaguchi's corpse. This blood spot is...
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Hey, Maeda, what are you doing sitting on the floor?
Oh, Kabashikawa.
Are you sitting on the blood?
What? He's sitting on the blood. Oh, Kabashikawa. Sorry, my throat, my god. Do you know where this blood stain comes from?
Oh, right. That's where Kinjo fell.
Oh.
Obviously.
This is the place you found him?
Well, when we entered the library, Yamaguchi was there, as you can see it, and Kinjo was lying in that position, and unconscious. You didn't know because you didn't see Kinjo here.
That's right. I heard that Kinjo was struck in the head and bleeding, but you mean he spilled this much blood?
You thought it was a joke? Atori had to disinfect and bandage him, so it's okay for now. But at first I thought he was really dead.
Sigh. Kinjo's lying in this position, and I can't imagine that Kinjo knocked down someone else's head in the back.
Now that you're here, Julia, none of your characters are gonna speak.
What the heck?
Okay.
Lol. Okay. When and how did the killer attack Kinjo to stun him? And if it's enough to make your head bleed, sorry, if it's enough to make you bleed this much, why did they stop with only that? Yamaguchi and Inori were the only ones who were killed, even though there was an obvious malice behind it. Well, the fact that the Blackened can kill up to 2 people since it was added later as a rule, the criminal wouldn't know about this. If Kinjo wakes up, I should ask him. If Kinjo wakes up.
Murder him. Go, Yuki. That was your chance.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yamaguchi's corpse stretches loosely on the floor of the library. In contrast to his sloppy body, it was droopy. His pupils were loose.
Stop.
Felt empty. What?
I'm gonna puke.
This is a man's death. I've seen it many times already. Real people dying. Yeesh. Yamaguchi, you're the one who we talked to just yesterday. There's no time to be sad, even for Yamaguchi. We must find out who made this. I've decided to investigate Yamaguchi's body. I felt something hard and cold. According to the Monokuma file, it is said that he was cut off by something sharp. Indeed, there was a terrible wound I could see with my eyes open. Yamaguchi's neck was completely cut out from the back neck to the front, but it was surprising that it wasn't cut completely. But barely a piece of flesh was left attached. Ew! I put out with the nausea, the chaos, and blacked out.
Yuki, can you stop explaining it
I know, right?
in such
Yuki,
detail?
Jesus. I've heard that the injured. I know, right? And I've heard that the injured area is ravenously torn by something like a knife or a tool that's usually roughened. But in Yamaguchi's case, it was cut neatly as if you were cutting paper with a cutter knife. The heck, you can't. I can't see anymore. So terrible.
I feel like it's not helping how you're explaining this.
I know, right? Yuki, the heck? Poor Yamaguchi, spilling a lot of blood, like Tamori. Huh? As my stomach was shaking inside, I suddenly felt uncomfortable. Surely, blood in the library is no joke. It ran from the corridor to the body of Yamaguchi, and it was also protruding from Yamaguchi's body. Yamaguchi's neck doesn't bleed anymore. Looking at the Monokuma file, it said that there were no other visible traumas other than neck wound. Then this tremendous amount of blood flows from the neck only. Yamaguchi's time of death is age 40. From this wound, immediate death is certain, so even if the wound started bleeding from then, it has not yet passed even an hour. But why is the blood no longer flowing out from his throat? Oh, sorry, I went French for some reason. When I recall the words of Mori, who is no longer here, it seems that after the heart stops, blood circulation also stops. If so, in this case of immediate death, the blood should flow even less. But isn't it too early? In a similar case, when I investigated Tamori's corpse, there was a little blood coming out from her. However, in contrast, Yamaguchi's blood looked very dry already. It's been less than an hour since blood has spilled, but the blood already dries up? I knew something was wrong, but there was no way to think about it anymore because there wasn't Minori or Kinju who had a professional insight on these moments. Inori can't speak to us anymore, but Kinjo is still alive. I should ask him if he wakes us.
Yuki, now's your chance.
Huh?
No
Yeah.
one will suspect a thing.
No one will suspect a thing, Yuki.
Oh, well, you'd be executed.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyways, it's worth it.
No, but the blackened, but the first blackened is the
No,
blackened
but
who
you
killed
would be
Yamaguchi.
executed for breaking the rule.
Oh. Anyway. Right. Anyway. It's a huge blood trace from Yamaguchi's body to the library door. Was this all Yamaguchi's blood? There's something wrong with this. It's a terrible amount to look at, but I've seen a similar situation similar to this. It was dark back then, so I couldn't see well. Tamori shed such a tremendous amount of blood and died. Okay. Sorry. Okay. However, there are more from Yamaguchi's in terms of quantity, because this blood leads all the way to the corridor. There is also this in Tamori's case. There were 2 wounds, one on the neck and the other in the stomach. It was also discovered several hours after death, so it was already bleeding. Less than an hour after death, and no matter how deeply you are injured, can this amount of blood come out of your neck? Not only that, the shape of the blood is also a little strange. The shape looks as if the body of Yamaguchi was brought into the library from outside. Huh? Check the audio. I'll check this out for a bit.
Yeah.
Ah, what the heck, huh? When I slightly lifted you lifted Yamaguchi's. When I slightly
Oh my
lifted.
God.
Whoa, dude, you're strong. When I slightly lifted Yamaguchi's body and looked at the floor where he was lying down, I immediately felt a sense of discomfort. If the corpse is brought from outside, there should be no blood under Yamaguchi's corpse. But that's what I see here. Blood spots are also over Yamaguchi's body. Thanks to that, Yamaguchi's stomach and chest are wet with blood. The shape of the bleeding itself certainly feels like dragging the corpse to the floor from the outside. If so, there can be no blood left under the corpse like this. No, before that, if there is blood... Sorry. Sorry. If there is blood under the body, it means that there was blood here before Yamaguchi fell. Is that right, though? However, Inori didn't really seem to have blood. Then this blood must be Yamaguchi's. What? My phone doesn't have a headphone jack. I don't really know. I don't really know. But I noticed something strange about the situation with the blood scene in the library and Yamaguchi's body. I'll mark it down and discuss it with the others at the class trial. Yeah. The heck? Sorry. I'm sorry. I thought I could look at the blood. Tyra, what are you doing? Is there something in the hallway? Oh, that. Are you okay? You don't have to overdo it.
No.
It's alright. Then, why don't you answer a few questions for me, Tyra? Yes. When Kurokawa, Yuhara, and I went to investigate the third floor, would you like to tell me what happened on the second floor at that time? Yeah, she should know from this at least. Almost at the same time the BDA's ran, Kinjo fainted. It's full of holes that my own eyes didn't see. Hello? What the heck, my head?
Sorry. I'm trying to get tissue.
Aww. Okay. Sure, what's that? Huh? The door to the science lab was locked? It's true, the door didn't open even when we found Inori's body. It was blocked with something like a clasp. Even so, she said the door was already closed before nighttime began yesterday. I think I'll take it for reference. Thank you, Tyra. Oh, by the way, why did you go to the science lab just before nighttime yesterday? Oh, right. Oh, were those scissors in the science lab? I understand. I get it now. Thanks, Tyra. Before nighttime yesterday, the science lab was already closed. What does that mean? I'll have to check it out. Okay. Hello, Yuhara. Oh, wait, sorry, why did I answer here? Hello, Yuhara. Who? Yuhara?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? Yuhara, is your body okay? Don't overdo it too much. So much, sorry.
No. It is not a deep wound. What?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No. It is not a deep...
No, not in voice.
I thought lower.
No, I'm lower as in position so you can... Okay, go.
No, it's not a deep wound, so I do not mind it. By the way, have you seen the cell phone?
Cell phone? You mean Maki's cell phone that we found on the 3rd floor? I thought you were keeping it.
Yeah, I always kept it in my top pocket because I did not know I would need it. But now I realize that the phone is gone.
It disappeared? When was the last time you checked for the cell phone?
It was at least until yesterday at night that I recall having it. But after my fainting, it was gone.
Then that means the killer probably took it.
That is a sinister premonition, but I'd agree. However, the cell phone doesn't seem... I think you'll have to cut it. I don't use them. Important right now. But first we have to investigate.
I wonder where did that cell phone go?
Could you move a bit, Joy? Move Yuki.
What the heck?
Alright, where are we supposed to go again? I'm gonna go upstairs? Go upstairs.
What the heck? What the heck? It's flooded. I inadvertently tried to walk towards the science lab, but I was surprised, because the water from it was filling the corridor now. The water is still leaking from the science lab? Interesting. It won't matter if I just go in, but from what Makara warned me before, it gives me something to be cautious of. I shouldn't step in this water. Which means I'll have to surf using that fire extinguisher. Oh. Oh, hi, Makara.
Anyway, hi. Sorry. Hey, monkey, get out of the way quickly. You're obstructing the traffic. Oh, Makaru, you came here, but this water. Are you still talking? Would you get out of the way already? But you said you weren't. You said you shouldn't let. You said we shouldn't touch the water a while ago. Why are you doing this? And if you are going there, wouldn't it be dangerous to enter there? It's fine to enter now, so feel free to go in. I've spoken to Monokuma earlier to put it away. Put it away? You'll know when you enter the science lab. Still, no one seems to be turning off the faucet. You guys really don't have a clue, do you? You don't even have Tsurugi Kinjo anymore. What away? The faucet? For the love of God! For the love of God, would you look directly with your own 2 eyes and think in your head, at least? It would be nice if I could tell you everything, huh?
You're actually dumb for that, Yuki.
Huh? There's no point in being so. Yuki, you're the one dumb. She's the girl boss in it. Ow! There's no point in being so irritating. Well, since Hikaru said it's safe to walk in the water, I should be confident now. I was just... Like Hikaru said, let's see what happened with our own eyes. The sound was funny. Okay. Oh god, no! Nori! Oh, Nori.
Why are all these bodies like right in front of the door?
I know, right? An object next to Nori's body. It's the Monokuma file 32 brought by that thing. Information about Nori should be written in it. Oh my god. Ugh, gosh. The victim is Kanata Inori. The estimated time of death is about 8:35. The body was found in the science lab. The cause of death is electrical. Oh, okay. as electric shock. The body's internal organs had been burned through the wet body because of an electric current for a long time while being bound. Jeez, terrible. Not a drop of blood was shed, and yet this is the most terrible someone has done to a friend. Doing this to Nori, who is the smallest and weakest among us. So what?
Oh, you keep that. Why are you bad mouthing the dead?
The culprit behind this. It's fair to say that we are distressed to doubt another friend against will. At this very moment, the undeniable anger that I feel has risen against this perpetrator, who they are yet. It is different from Yamaguchi. He was presumed to have been killed by his neck with one blow. But in Nori's case, he was just a victim that was killed in front of very own eyes. A few minutes ago, with a single wall in between the door of the science lab, I heard her scream, her pain, her cries, her agony. Did you make up this poem? Like,
I know, right? Oh my god.
Her pain, her cries, her agony very clearly. I can't help but feel this anger, but it won't make any difference.
So collected.
Alright, since it's just a Monokuma file that gives me information, I'll have to make use of this. But this alone is not enough information. From what can be deduced as of now is the time of death was 8:35. She died 5 minutes earlier than Yamaguchi. Around that time, we couldn't open the science lab room, and we were just outside of the room. There's no problem with the time, at least. We're killing 2 people directly in 5 minutes. At the time, we were walking between the 2nd and 3rd floors, so if we go back and forth between areas, we would definitely stand out. How could the killer murder 2 people with only 5 minutes for each?
Ray is important, yeah.
Oh my god, you're saying she's never.
No, she is always
Oh
important.
my god.
No, she's
I thought you were
always
Ray fan,
important.
but I guess you're a
No,
Ray.
Ray Mackay is always important.
What's this? A wooden stick-like object was floating on the water-filled science lab floor. Oh, that's right. When the science lab door did not open, it was because of this thing that Mikara removed to open the door. When we found Inori's body, we had a hard time because the door of the science room could not be opened. It seems that the killer used this object to block the door. When I picked it up and checked it up close, it was an ordinary wooden stick. It was very thick, so it'd be natural the sliding door was blocked with something like this. When I looked at the back of the door, I saw a space where a wooden board could fit in. If this closed while standing behind the door, then the closed room scenario would naturally be completed. However, what was the reason for the killer to make a closed room? A reason to lock the door. I'll keep it in mind.
I'm not ready to look her body, so I'm just gonna...
Oh, this is... Deep in the water pool of the science lab, I saw something that I'd seen somewhere before. This was Maki's mobile phone? Probably. The cell phone that Mihara discovered on the first day when the 3rd floor was open. I haven't seen any other phones, so Maki's would be the only one left. Why is the cell phone in its place? I looked up at the sides, wondering, but as soon as I saw the screen, I noticed that this phone was not in normal condition. What? Why is the screen like this? The phone screen was crumpled with a mixture of purple and pink, but the clock was turned into a strange language rather than numbers, and the buttons weren't fit properly. To simply put it in a word, it's broken. Well, it's only natural because it was underwater. I couldn't hide my disappointment, hoping that I might be able to fix this phone and get in touch with the outside owner. No, right now, the class trial should be the main should be the main priority. Anyway, what does this mean? That the mobile phone was used as some kind of tool for an incident related to this case? Thinking that way, I filled with the phone a little more. I noticed a small alarm indicator at the top of the screen. The alarm was set to 8:30, but now it's already off. Who set the alarm? Besides, at 8:30, this was just before we tried to open the science lab door. As I pondered, it's very likely the phone was involved in the incident, because it was not only that, there was another tool attached to the phone's strap. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this could be the object connected to the cell phone shop was something I've seen in cartoons and movies. An electric shocker? I think it was also called a stun gun. Why are these dangerous objects at school? No, it seems like they were in the storage of the science lab, but that's right. Now I can understand what Mikaru said. Probably because the stun gun was using its power to its water pit. If it entered in that state, there's a high chance that we would have gotten electrocuted. And now it seems that it's not working. That was also because Mikaru told Monokuma to put it away. More importantly than that is that this is far from a crime scene. According to the Monokuma file, Anori's death was caused by electrocution, so it's probably definitive that this was the most likely murder weapon. Oh my gosh, you talk so much, yeah. But what reason does it have to be connected to the phone strap? Also, that's not the only weird thing. If you think about this, the weapon was a stun gun. It means that the killer struck Anori with this object. But then contradictions show up.
This is all because of the phone?
Such as I know, right? Such as a locked-room scenario in the science lab and the crime that was done to Yamaguchi. No, there's nothing that suggests that the killer can only attack directly to their victim. Maybe making the science lab out of water like this was to prepare an effective crime scene. If electricity goes on while you're immersed in water, you're in a danger zone. The rest to figure out would be how the killer made the water to be energized and what method they use. I'll have to speak about this with the others. Okay, let's check out the water. The heck, sorry.
Go indoor.
Weird.
Oh.
Yeah?
Sorry, I accidentally clicked the. Oh, here.
This is one of the tables in the science lab, and this faucet allows you to throw away medicines or wash your hands during experiments. But now, water is pouring out of the faucet at maximum capacity and it's overflowing. Right. The reason why the science lab was flooded like this was because of the faucet. What a huge waste of water. But now it's not the time to think about this. I hurriedly turned the faucet and the water stopped flowing. Well, there was no reason for the water to fill anything now. Also, this must have been done by the killer too? But what was the reason? The reason to make the science lab a sea of water, obviously.
Probably to kill them.
Probably to kill Anor. Oh, alright, let's talk to Ray first. I don't want to look at her body yet. You didn't follow me, did you? At least you listened. When you came in here, you know now. The reason why I told you not to touch the water, and why this place became a pool of water. Yeah, but Mikaru, I wanted to ask you something different from this. Do you think I'll answer? I'm serious here. I really have a question. It was when you were in the art room locker. You asked me to show you my hand as soon as you left the locker, right? Why did you do that? I won't answer this. However, this is just simple safety. No matter what happens, the only thing that lives on is insurance. It is the minimal precaution that's needed. Insurance? The two of us aren't close enough to explain every phrase to you. Am I right? Oh my gosh, I don't know what song it's Well, don't worry. The psycho cop won't be able to serve you this time. So you should have an insurance at least. You guys feel so clueless that you got no other ways to go in the vacuum of dance. If this aspect shows up in the trial, then I'll show you my last trump card. So please make sure that doesn't happen. Mikaru began to investigate Nori's body again, leaving only an empty silence in the end. It's the moment that she will no longer speak. At that time, Mikaru had to make sure to give her my right hand. I took a look at my right hand, but there wasn't anything there. Is there something only Mikaru knows? She's...
There's always something only.
Oh my god. Oh gosh.
I was seeing Inori's body sinking in the water. It seems like she was in tears. We're investigating the bodies of some of her dead friends with no time to grieve. However, without investigation, the killer has to be identified. In order to survive the class trial, I must investigate. For now, I decided to look at the body of Inori based on what was written in the Monokuma file. Inori's body was so terrible that you couldn't see it with your eyes open, but for now, all of her clothes and skin were burnt. Her whole body was fixed with several layers of box tape, and her hands were tied with ropes and hung from the table. Inori, in this state of being unable to move, suffered terrible pain and died. Damn it. I continued to investigate while my swearings reached hollow ears. The tools that were used on Inori. I remember seeing box tapes and ropes in the art room. It seems, for whatever the reason, the art room is a place related to the incident. Other than that, I can only think of the fact that the faucet where she is tied to is the same table, and there's many miscellaneous tools around us. But do they have anything to do with the case? The box tape was tightly attached to her shoulders, 5 layers. Even a strong adult man would make it impossible to tear it off with their own strength, and also, it must have even harder for Inori, who was small in size, to move. Was there any reason to tie Inori to this extent? Just the killer's idea? Would that be it? Looking at it that way, Inori has always been in the infirmary after it was opened. Maybe there's a clue in that place too. Okay. Is there more in this place? Nope. Alright, let's go to the art room, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. The heck? Sorry. Is this the art room?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This
You could check the investigation.
Oh, hello! Ow. Huh?
You do hurt for now.
Me? Okay. Huh? Me?
That's it. That's
Okay, sorry, I forgot. My ears aren't working. Sorry, Edward.
Hi, Ayuki. The hallway is a water bath and the art room is full of bloody lockers. Why is everything so bad?
It seems the culprit this time planned the crime by going from place to place.
That's a very intelligent killer. I wonder if Satsuki can win against such a mighty opponent.
Opponent? Anyway.
I'm a little worried.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's it. Come on, please. Okay. Huh? I wondered if there might be something here too, and I had inadvertently looked at the trash can, and I was surprised to find something. I thought it was a tissue paper, but looking closely, it looks like a type of cloth. I took out the unidentified piece of cloth from the trash and opened it. Let's see. Whoa. Are these clothes? No, it's not just clothes. Is this? No way. Yes, they were indeed blood-soaked, but it was difficult to recognize the original color. But a pure white color that looked at a glance reminded me that this was originally a white gown worn by doctors. Inori? This white coat is what Inori was wearing. When I think about it, Inori's body that I saw in the science lab was not wearing a white coat. To think I would find it in such an unexpected place. No, in fact, it may not be so unexpected. The place where the corpses were found are the science lab and the library, but the art room it's pretty close to the area of the incident. The locker where the car was found is the same. This white coat. It seems the blood from the coat has been there for some time, since it didn't feel wet at all. The question is, where did the killer use this white coat? For starters, Inori didn't seem to have any bleeding, so maybe it was used while killing Yamaguchi? No, it can't be. It's too dry to be from Yamaguchi's blood. Thought it would be an important clue, so I was able to make a new discovery while investigating every corner of the white coat. Oh. In the pocket of the white coat, I found out a crumpled plastic wrap. But when I opened it carefully, I could see that it was bloodstained. Locker, library floor, the locker, library floor, white coat, and this. There's too many blood-related clues. What even happened here?
Also, when I take a look closely, the plastic wrap had a small round hole in the middle, but the meaning was unknown. I guess I'll have to talk about it in the trial. It's possible it was used to prevent blood, but wrapping a plastic for the sake of... Would it have anything to do with the clues we found? Ooh, okay. I have theories forming in my head, but... Huh? Korean? Huh? This blaster weapon, was it originally here? I thought it was against the plaster on the right. I don't come to the art room often, so I'm not sure about this. I don't know. It's probably just an illusion. The moment I tried to make that judgment and move my steps, I saw the red spot. The red spot? Oh, it's not red, it's pink. The spear. Is this blood? It wasn't very notable, but there was a circular red dot on the tip of the long blade. I picked up the spear and smelled that part. A faint but fishy smell. This must be. This is blood. And the weapon that killed Yamaguchi was something long and sharp. If it's long, this might fit for the murder weapon. After using it to kill Yamaguchi, it was returned back to the same place where it was originally. But the location was different because the killer got mistaken? Looking at the blood on it, it must be related somehow. It must be something related to the case somehow. But why is the blood so tiny sized and in a circular splatter? It was so tiny that I almost missed it. Did it make a small bounce from this? No, that would not have caused the blood to splatter in the first place. I don't think I can figure it out yet. Not even like these perching things?
The walker.
Yeah, I know. I was just checking if there's others. Hello. Oh, what? Sorry, I clicked. It's a locker that contained miscellaneous art tools, but now the inside is covered with blood in a terrible condition. Mikaro was bound like this in the bloody locker. At the time, Mikaru's arms and legs were tied with tape in her, and her mouth was taped as well. She was locked from the outside and hit the door of the locker from the inside to try to get out, and the result was the rumbling sound that echoed in the second floor. And the killer did all of this, right? Apparently, the culprit trapped her here for some reason. Otherwise, if you did all of this to yourself, it would only create more suspicion. Not only Mikaro, the attack on Yuhara and Ginjo must have their reason as well. But the bigger issue is this bloody locker. If you think about it, Yamaguchi or Inori's body doesn't seem to be related to the art. However, what does the blood in the locker suggest? No matter who it's from, it's pretty difficult not to miss it. The blood is also dried up. Inori didn't seem to have any bleeding. Yamaguchi instead had too much bleeding. But he died not too long ago, and Mikaro was also tied here, but she was not bleeding. If that's the case, it could be Kinjo's blood. It's my only guess. But, Kinjo got hit in his head. If this amount comes from his head, wouldn't he have died? It's Kinjo's! This blood's identity is troublesome in more ways than one. I have no choice but to discuss it at class trial. Okay, for a second I thought that... So I'm...
Still need to check besides...
Don't think it needs to be here. Let's go down. Let's check everything here. Is this the first time I know? Oh no, it's not. I don't think anything on this floor.
Yeah, confirming.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Kurokawa, you came down to the first floor. Did you figure out something? Kurokawa? I know, right? Originally, Kurokawa was always to come out without a word, but now it looks like she's cautious. Is it because of the mood? I don't think she's open to talk for now, so I decided to leave it alone. Let's continue the investigation. She stops talking as soon as you're here.
It's like, oh, Julia's here.
Yeah, her sprite is so perfect. Kinja! Huh? No. Oh, oops. Hi, Kinja. Are you happy to be? It's Kinja who's right. I'm sorry.
He's not happy because he doesn't have any food.
Yeah, I guess.
It's Kinjo who's fainted. The others treated him here and put him in the infirmary's bed. There's no way Kinjo will just finish here. When will you wake up?
You want him to wake up? This guy.
We're in a lot of trouble without you.
I can't believe it. This guy. Come on.
This refrigerator is a place to store transfusion packs individually stored for each blood type. I was surprised when I opened the refrigerator. Huh? No way. We don't have any sorry. No way. We don't have any transfusion packs. There were no more than 20 transfusion packs left the last time I saw them. We missed a transfusion pack recently. No. Where would you even use a blood transfusion pack? Let's think for a moment. When did the packs disappear? I recall them being stored properly until at least yesterday. Then that leaves... Was it the killer's doing? But even if the culprit is the one, why did they need to take a transfusion pack? Did they even need fresh blood?
Oh.
I think we're almost done by now, but the culprit is still a mystery. Damn it. Maybe more investigation is required. Monokuma hasn't called yet, so let's continue.
Whoa!
Wake up.
Kinjo, you're awake? That's fast. We were just there.
Maeda.
Are you okay? What about your bandages? It wasn't a thin wound from what I've heard.
Now is not the time to bother about that. Maeda, did the murder happen?
Yeah, just a little while ago. The class trial will begin soon. Kinjo, I'm glad you woke up.
I'm sorry, but I don't have time to relax. I have to see the scene of the case before the trial starts. Maeda, did you do some research? Is that how you spell it? Research?
Research?
Do you know where the scene is?
Yes, you should start with the library, science lab, the art room, and the infirmary.
Okay, thanks.
Kinjo, wait a minute.
I can't see. What's wrong? I'm sorry. But like I said before, I don't have much time right now. If I go to the trial without knowing what the case is, it's over. I'll talk to you later.
But what I'm trying to ask you right now is related to the investigation. It's okay if it's simple, right? So please answer me. How the heck did you pass out?
I saw bloody Yamaguchi.
Eh?
I saw blood coming from the library, so I went to investigate. Yamaguchi was collapsed on the floor in blood. No matter how much I see corpses, I couldn't hide my surprise. Taking that little pause is their chance someone attacked me from behind. I don't have any memories after that.
Wait, you're talking about yesterday at nighttime, right?
Yeah.
What I mean is, Yamaguchi was lying on the floor all bloody since yesterday at night?
Correct. If you walk around the scene right away, you'll notice it. So Yamaguchi, he's dead, right?
Yeah. Not only Yamaguchi, Inori also died.
What? Inori too?
The culprit in this case is not a simple person. They're a heinous mind that killed 2 people in a single day.
This damn tinkerhole. I'll definitely catch this being and punish them. You should go and do some more research for that too. So I'll leave now, Maeda.
This is actually good though. Kinjo managed to wake up. Will he be okay? Time is already... Oh, right. And what Kinjo said was somewhat weird. Kinjo mentioned that he saw Yamaguchi collapse. But Yamaguchi's time of death is around morning hours. So, was he unconscious until the killer showed up again? Bloodied and abandoned until the morning after. No miracles like Tomori don't happen twice. Still, What Kinjo has said would be a clue to something, so it's good to put that into notice. The more I investigate something, the more the mystery seems to get deeper. Oh.
Hey, you guys! I'm sorry that you had to work so hard in your research. However, Mr. Monokumi here is impatient. So why don't we just solve this together? That said, the class trial will now begin. Please gather up at the red carpet door on the first floor as usual. What kind of results will be waiting for us in this trial? Isn't it exciting? Isn't it thrilling?
Sorry, Talon put dust all over him.
I'll be waiting.
Maybe that's just him choking on his drink.
Time's up. But what about Kinjo? He just started investigating, but now they're already gathering. It was a big misfortune that he was lying down because he passed out. Even without Kinjo's help, we'll have to work together. Even if I think about it, I haven't even figured out the crime scene properly yet. Dang it, this won't make a difference if I stay here. If I'm late, I'll get punished. Let's just go. Upon entering the entrance of the court, most of the guys are already gathered.
Are you the last one? Then did Kinjo never manage to open his eyes?
What do you mean? Kinjo isn't here?
What are you talking about? Did Kinjo wake up?
I met up with Kinjo just before I got here.
When did you guys care about Kinjo? Okay, sure.
But I can't see him.
Okay, that's like.
Why are you hearing?
I don't know, I forgot what I heard. Anyway, it's a matter of language to not have a class trial without properly investigating his own personality. However, it's time for the meeting, but he is late because he wants to investigate as much as possible. Isn't that so?
That's so like Kinjo indeed. No way! But what if Kinjo is the culprit in this case? What the heck are you doing, Teruya? Everybody who's late is the culprit. Teruya, are you saying just because they're late? Wait, are you saying that just because they're late? Think about it and tell me.
Why not? That could happen, right? I'd be happy if he's the culprit. Anyway.
Oh my god, 85?
Oh, whoops. What'd you say?
Huh? Okay.
Cinco? Oh.
Oh my god, this scared me.
Intermission, should we?
Intermission.
Okay. Would it be more fun then? Psycho Cop finally goes to murder with their own hands. That's my genuine laugh.
The car agreed to my opinion for once, so it wouldn't be strange if the universe explodes.
Oh my god. I forgot I only have protagonist and well, half antagonist. Because I know the killer and the trick even before going to the trial, all that's left is watch you shovel their grave, right?
Shit. Who is it?
Why should I tell you, idiots? Don't worry, I'll watch you shoveling and struggling. Oh, she speaks! Sorry, we didn't hear any of that.
He's late.
Alright, have you all gathered? Good then, let's get started. As always, just take the elevator to go down. The trial's design has been remodeled, so look forward to it.
But Kinjo is not here. Sorry.
Satsuki.
Huh?
It said Satsuki.
Oh. Huh? Kinjo is not here? Kinjo-kun was given a special time bonus due to his fainting condition. This is what I want to say, but since you woke up and started investigating the case, it's presumed that they're going to participate in the class trial. So it is my mistake. He won't get punished, but I'll bring him shortly in supersonic speed.
I thought you hated Sonic.
What?
What the heck? Hey, what kind of supersonic speed is this?
No, it's just that when I was about to search for him, he was already at the door. Kinjo-kun sure is obedient. You came and I didn't even need to call you.
Shut up and disappear before my eyes are red.
Oh, Kinjo, are you okay?
Well, I did as much investigation as possible compared to the previous cases. The amount of
What?
Tinker's breath stink. The amount of information is extremely insufficient. But
No, I asked if you were okay since you got hurt.
oh, you mean my body? Well, it's fine. I've experienced this much injuries, even once or twice with a snatcher. Hey, it's been a long time, hasn't it, Kinja? I didn't expect to see you bleeding and fainting. I think you're forgetting something. I'm a human being too, so I got caught off guard.
Yeah, like Akane was, you stupid insult.
Why did you get a little fed up with us, Kinja? Clearly, last time you left the dining room, I thought you were breaking our bonds or something like that. Of course I did, and that still hasn't changed. But in the conditional situation of the class trial, your charges of being preliminary criminals are revoked for the time being. The criminal analogy is that the more manpower there is, the better. And because a murder has occurred, the rest of the criminals other than the criminal of this incident are simply ordinary citizens in this scenario.
Sorry, I need to check. Okay.
Are simply ordinary
What?
What? Hey, I never did that. What did she say?
Making a list of insult words to say to Kinjo before he wakes up. Oh my god.
Do whatever you like. This is a temporary truce anyways. After this trial, you'll become a preliminary criminal once more. Of course, Akane Taira is an exception. I'm always thinking of you as a semi-criminal. One that committed attempted murder, so don't you even think you're innocent in the least. The crazy guy started having seizures again. Tyra, don't bother with what that waste of a man says.
Is that one of the insults in the list, Haru?
When Maki died, we were thoroughly fighting with each other. It is a difficult class trial ever if we have to work together. Something gave me an odd feeling like this would be an even more harder trial than any other I have ever faced.
That's enough talking. Anyways, we're starting the trial, right? Let's get on with it already.
Indeed. The first thing we must do now is solve what's in front of us. It's not good for everyone to be on edge this early.
Oh, and then she stops talking.
Yeah, Mikaro and Mihara are right. If we do not pass the class trial first, we will all die. Relationships with the others, conflicts with Kinjo, there are many problems ahead. I want to solve them, but first, the biggest one. Let's begin our class trial. If we don't take care of it, nothing will change in the end.
Oh, okay, sorry. Let's go straight here.
Well, let's go down. I'll open the door.
Whoa, crazy. Opening the door.
Like always, the elevator was making a loud noise and goes underground. The inside of the elevator was only filled with 9 people left. It was so quiet during this time. There's also fewer people now. Is it because the relationship between us has worsened than the first and second trials?
Yeah.
Me in particular, I try not to make eye contact with some of them, such as Kinjo or Mikaro. Why? But why? I wonder if we'll really be able to survive this time. The elevator stopped with a shake that we seem to be getting used to by now.
Oh, this is your fault. I'm gonna leave here, I think.
Well, Kuma's been doing this once or twice already, though. It's hard to react to anyone. Why is he not saying anything? Has he been turned off?
What, you want him to speak?
Now's your chance to escape.
I guess it's a new act. Hey, how long are you planning on doing that? We have to do the class trial. Are you going to move?
Something seems different than usual here.
Kurokawa? Touching that thing wouldn't do anything good. Kurokawa was suddenly stunned. At first, she thought Monokuma was pulling a prank, but she noticed that the mood was different than usual. And then...
Sorry. I caught myself off guard.
I'm alive! I live! You thought I was dead!
Kurokawa touched it. Monokuma suddenly began to make a loud noise.
What the hell are you doing? Are you kidding around?
Don't do that again! All of a sudden, my rack was stuck! I was surprised too!
Rack?
No big deal. Did you all came down here in the meantime? Well done! Then shall we start right away?
It looks like you're trying to rush something here. What? Did he scream?
Yeah, she did. Eep! Oh, Team Virgo-chan?
Aww. Alright! It's time for what everyone's been waiting for. The class trial is back! Well, I of course knew this would happen.
Waiting for this.
Whatevs, even if it's not you, there's another person who was waiting for this. Anyway, this will be the third class trial. Your own relationships, who has been paying attention to the trends of the nerds, seems to be in a state of lockdown as for breaking.
Shut up! I don't care about that. Don't bring stupid stuff and start already.
Oh boy, tough attitude I see. I was gonna start anyways. Now then, shall we go with no more words? An extreme trial, the class trial that crosses beyond life and death.
Third one. The moment Monokuma said that, I suddenly felt disoriented. Even when you think that 2 victims and 2 culprits died, 4 friends are already gone. In addition to the victims of this incident, so a total of 6 friends have left our group.
Why would you show this?
One of the victims this time was Inori. After the infirmary was open, she didn't know when someone would get hurt, so she spent most of her days in that room. A child with the most angelic heart I've known who worried about us, our health, our happiness. And Nori was that kind of person, through and through. The reason she died was because of her whole body became a block of charcoal. Her whole body was tied and unable to move. Someone who has done such a terrible thing is among us.
This music.
I know, right? The heck?
They also killed Yamaguchi and committed ruthless acts. The culprit, although Yamaguchi was timid and behaved inappropriately due to his size, and important times he mediated the situation like a lawyer should, and we laughed together. Really? But then he was killed with a neck wound so severe that it was nearly amputated in cold blood. Yamaguchi was no longer with us. A trial to uncover the killer begins now. A trial in order to live. A lie in order to live. Sorry, I can't. A betrayal in order to live.
Whoa, what the heck?
Elaborating their will to live for an excuse to kill. Using trust at the risk of life. Risking our lives in this class trial.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Okay, let's save. Okay, let's check the truth bullets because last time we needed to rely on them again. The victim was Kakeru Yamaguchi. The estimated time of death was about 8:40. Found in a library, sharply cut from the back neck to uvula. The weapon is presumed to be something sharp, and there is no other visible trauma. The victim is Anotha Inori. The estimated time of death is approximately 8:35. The body was found in the science lab. Death was electrocution. The internal organs of the body as well as the skin have been burned with a wet body for a long time. Huh?
Oh my god. We looked into Yamaguchi's body, as written in the Monokuma file. His neck was cut deep enough to be almost amputated. However, no more blood came out of the wound. It was not long after his death. Even so, why did he already have so much bleeding? A large amount of blood was poured from the body of Yamaguchi in the library to the corridor in front of the door. Yamaguchi appears to have shed, but can he shed so much blood in that short time from death to discovery? In addition to that, there was a pit of blood under the body. This means that the blood didn't flow after Yamaguchi fell in the library, but rather his bleeding started and then he fell down. What happened here? There was a blood stain from Kinja in the library. He was said to have fallen unconscious a little farther away from the body, meaning Yamaguchi's corpse. There seems to be no struggle signs from Yamaguchi's body, so it seems that Yamaguchi was attacked after entering the library and fell down. But I can't imagine Yamaguchi attacking Kinjo and getting knocked down. According to Tyra, she stopped by the science lab just before nighttime last night. However, the door to the science room was not open. Surely the door didn't even open when I found Inori's body in the morning. But what's the reason for that? This is the locker where Makaru was tied up. There's a lot of blood on the inside. Even if Makaru is unharmed, who is the owner of the blood? The blood wasn't sticky. It was almost dry and hardened. In other words, it is a blood that has been spilled for quite some time. There are a few conditions I can match. How did this happen? It is a plaster weapon created in the art room. Besides its looks, it is quite sharp and can be cut if used wrongly.
However, the location of the plaster was a little strange, so while looking at it, I noticed blood splatter and a small dark circle on the blade. I don't know why the blood splattered in there, but the presence of blood may indicate that the tool was used as a murder weapon. That is the white coat Nori was wearing. Nori's body in the science room was not wearing a white coat, but only the white coat was in the art room. It's soaked in blood, but what did the killer use this white coat for? And who was the owner of the blood on the white coat? It came out of the bag in the trash bin in the art room. There was a lot of blood on it, and there was a very small black hole in the middle. If you look at the blood on it, it's very likely that this object has a connection in the case. What was it used for then? Oh my god. This is the state of Nori's body, who died in the science lab. The whole body was tied with 4 folds and 5 layers of public box tape. And if both hands were tied with ropes and fixed to the table, if I was tied up this much, I wouldn't have been able to bear it. However, what was the reason to tie Nori so thoroughly? There is a sink in the science lab where you can throw away medicines or wash your hands, and the faucet there keeps overflowing with water. I think I've been listening to it for a long time because it overflows with water before. What was the reason to make the room overflow? Oh, well, duh. It is a cell phone in a broken state after falling into a water lump in the science lab. It seems that someone set the alarm at 8:30, but other than that, the screen is also weird and most of it seems to not functioning. Separately, it was tied with a stun gun and a strap. Is the tool related to the crime? It's a stun gun that fell in the water in the science lab with a cell phone. As written in the Monokuma file, this would be a murder weapon that killed Nori. One thing that is curious is that it was connected to the phone strap. Anyways, if this is a murder weapon, it means that the killer took this and killed Nori. How is this possible? It's the wooden board that was blocking the door of the science lab. At the time of the incident, I was unable to enter the science room because of this. Mikaro had to use an option to break the window of the door and move the board. If you close it while standing in the back of the underbus door, it becomes an excellent clasp. When I pulled Mikaro out of the locker, she asked me to show my right hand, and Mikaro called this action minimal precaution for life-saving, which is her last trump card. If the trial gets blocked at some point and everyone is in danger of dying, she'll let me know. Mikaro seems to know something. The refrigerator for the infirmary transfusion pack was empty. All of it. Someone took all the blood transfusion packs away. Transfusion packs away. Was it the culprit? Why did it take something like a blood transfusion pack? Did they even need fresh blood? Just before the trial announcement was made, Kinjo woke up. He quickly disappeared, saying they had to do with a little investigation before the trial began. Yesterday, he mentioned that he found the pit in Yamaguchi lying down in the library. He was attacked from behind at night, but according to the statement, it would mean that Yamaguchi was already attacked yesterday at dawn? Do you remember all that?
Well, no debate.
Hopefully. Trial begins.
What's the trial? Oh my god.
Now then, let's skip this.
Okay. Okay. Oh. What?
I want to poke you. Hi.
That's right. Now then, you may start your discussion.
You know, this is a little bit awkward, but can Kindo lead again?
I could keep you on top of my reasoning, but unfortunately I won't be very helpful this time either. I investigated in a hurry, but I don't know the details of the case, and there are several parts that I could not investigate.
Because you got beaten and knocked out by the killer, right?
Then we have no choice but to do ourselves as much as possible. It's gonna be a miracle if the car helps us.
Fine. Talking more.
I hope so.
Then let's do as far as we can. This case has been far more difficult than the others, unlike Rocky or Tamori. who died suddenly while we couldn't see them. The murder took place right in front of us.
Sorry. Yeah, that too. We know because 2 people were killed on different floors. I think the people on each other's floors will have different information.
That was when Kinjo fainted at the time.
Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Hello? Sorry, our RTC disconnected. Okay. Here we go. The people who sorry. The people who surveyed the 2nd floor and the people who checked the 3rd floor saw and heard differently. So we have to gather information. As Kabashikawa said, Kinjo doesn't know anything. So let's explain the incident and sort out the order in which the incident occurred.
First, before the body discovery announcement rang this morning, Maeda, Taira, Iranami, Tori, and I were waiting for everyone to gather at the restaurant.
Alright, do you disconnect now? No? Okay.
Oh.
Question mark? You good? Nar sound? But. Hello? 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 Technical difficulties. Let's just use way to win something. Okay, remind me to to change it back to its game.
Cut me off.
Okay, we're back. Alright. Here you go.
Wait. And then on the the 2nd floor, we found Uehara fainted. And unfortunately, he was able to come to his senses. But right after that, on the 3rd floor,
Sorry.
there was a strange sound that went wild.
So we decided to act in 2 groups, the 2nd floor investigation group and the 3rd one. Kurikawa, Yuhara, and me on the 3rd floor, and as for the 2nd one, it was Taira, Kabashikawa, Atori, and Aranami who took over it.
Alright, so you're saying the viewpoint diverges from there, is that right?
In my case, I heard a rough story from the others in charge of the 2nd floor investigation, but there are probably many others who don't know about it yet.
So Maeda, Kurikawa, and me talked about the 3rd floor first. We went up to the 3rd floor, and then each of us decided to check a room. Maeda went to the art room, the epicenter of the strange sounds. I checked the science lab, and Kurikawa decided to check the rest of the rooms.
faster.
Like Yuhara said, I headed to the art room where I was able to confirm the identity of the strange noise. The sound coming from inside the locker. What I found in it was Inori's dead body.
A bag full of blood.
A bag full of blood? Oh my gosh. Inside the art room locker was Mikara, with her mouth taped and her limbs were bloody, and she was kicking the locker door to try to open it. That was what the roaring sound was.
Mikara was trapped. Wait, she wasn't in a position to talk to the others either.
This incompetent child. I won't let this go so easily. Why me? I was just trying to organize the case.
Maeda went to the art room and came along with Mikara and I. Wondered how he found her. She must have been trapped.
Well, at that time, the situation was so urgent that there were some things that could not be explained properly.
Well, why was Mikara found like that?
Why, you ask? I was taken off guard by the killer. Oh, okay. Don't worry. Unlike the cop over there, I didn't give a damn.
What do you mean?
Don't mind and continue the discussion. Don't mind and continue the discussion. I'll tell you after I watch you guys shovel some more.
You really are a piece of... Isn't there even cooperativeness in here anymore? Ignore Mikaro and keep talking. Even if you don't know, I have to reason based on what I heard just now.
Yeah, then I'll continue. After taking Wagaru out, we came out through the corridor, but then Kurikawa and Yuhara called out, mentioning that the science lab door was not opening.
Huh?
That's what I was talking about.
As I said earlier, I went to investigate the science lab, but the door was tightly closed and couldn't be opened. In my attempt, I tried to force it open, but it was no use. The effort didn't seem good at all, so Kurikawa joined and came from investigating the other places.
Yes, there was even a scream coming out of the science lab. The four of us who were on the third floor all focused on opening the door, and finally we succeeded in opening the door to it. Everyone knows by now from seeing Inori's body, but it was so horrible that she was shocked to death and she couldn't even move from there. But the crime didn't end there.
Yeah, it came out again. Another body discovery announcement. That's Yamaguchi's body discovery announcement that we found in the library, right?
In order to see what has transpired, we went down to the second floor and I joined you guys. And we also checked Yamaguchi's body. That's all from our report on the third floor investigation team.
So roughly, that's how the case played out?
Yeah, at first glance, it's like a murder case. Just like two people died overnight and we found them one after another, but the biggest problem with this case is that the killing was the same day. They went to the same areas as us, even the same hour, and committed a murder. That's right. According to the Monokuma file, Yamaguchi and Inori died at the same time. We were investigating the second and the third floors. I realized this, but as much as we've been acting in pairs and working with each other, we can prove everyone's alibi.
That's not the only thing we knew, right? When the science tech lab door was closed, we heard Inori's scream clearly with the door in between. But when we opened the door, there was no one inside. When you went to search the library, did you go right away after breaking with the others who went to the third floor? I didn't ask that far. Don't jump ahead. Don't jump ahead.
It's fine. Oh, whoop. Okay.
I know. What are you sorry for? You don't have to apologize to that guy. That's how Kinjo is. He doesn't like Tyra. He doesn't like you anyway. So don't worry it. Everyone else is not thinking badly of you, okay?
It was an accident.
If you know that, then let's continue. I also do not want to waste my time talking about bitter stuff even at class trials. So then, the biggest issue right now is how did they go back and forth without any of us noticing in that short time?
Yeah, and Ori and Yamaguchi's time interval was only of 5 minutes. It is definitely impossible to kill in 2 places that's separated by different floor levels. It looks like that, but is that really how it happened? Let's think based on what we have investigated. I may have found the secret of this challenge.
Why would I need another explanation? Okay, can you do
What? Not necessarily. Yamaguchi was killed after. Do you know what it was that killed Inori? Electrocution by a stun gun, right? Maybe it was the stun gun? That does make an electric shock against the body. But it's not close to the body, so it wasn't affected by it. Shoot. Really? If you think about the scene of the incident, can't you think of anything else? I knew it was.
The suspicious stun gun that killed Inori is definitely melee. However, the stun gun is a suppression weapon, not a lethal weapon, so the killer didn't directly target the stun gun. But what special circumstances?
I know what it is.
Special circumstance in which Inori can be electrocuted even if they're not in the crime scene. I just
use your brain.
I know, right?
No, the weapon that killed Nori was definitely a stun gun. It may not have been a direct hit from a stun gun.
It wasn't a direct hit, but the weapon was a stun gun? Are you saying some kind of
Use
ghost
your
hit then?
brain, you sis.
Have we all been to the science lab at least once? Wasn't that sea of water enough to overflow the corridor? At first, I was wondering why they needed to do this. The fact that the
Bruh.
science lab was turned into a sea of water, and Nori was electrocuted. What was the cause to make this happen?
I
But
see.
wait a moment. The stun gun itself is just a suppression tool. It doesn't come out with such enough voltage to kill people in no time. Of course, that also depends on the device.
So it was inside while the water level was going up.
However, if you allow water to pass electricity, it would be left enough for a person to pass through their body. Huh?
Teres says the most.
Yeah, if that were the case, wouldn't the killer be able to electrocute indirectly with water, even if they didn't use the stun gun with their hands?
Whoa, what the heck, Haru?
No way, Maeda. Your reasoning has a bunch of flaws.
What's wrong with all of a sudden? What's wrong all of a sudden? What's wrong all of a sudden, Kubashikawa?
Listen, I tried to reason my head wrapped around this crime for a while. But this logic is so wrong that it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. I always been beaten by Maeda, but today I won't lose to you.
You're arguing for such a useless reason?
Useless? You said it was useless? Fine then. Maeda, unfortunately for you, I found out what's wrong with your reasoning. Now then. This is my chance to point out your mistake.
No, we do
I
not.
know what to do. Right? Oh yeah, you have to help me.
Sorry, I wasn't reading. So what is it?
I don't know. Oh wait, no, isn't it?
Oh.
The stun gun was submerged. Certainly you cannot electrocute without... Oh. I didn't expect it to break. But in order to get into the water, someone should be in the science lab.
No.
After all, it doesn't change to go to black and then forth and then further. How are you supposed to read that?
No, not necessarily. If you only drown the stun gun, you can operate it remotely.
That's impossible. Only with superpowers.
I see.
The stun gun moved on its own and fell into
it's
it.
this.
Unless there's a tool that literally moves on its own.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's the timer on the thing.
Yeah, the timer made it. Like,
Kubashikawa, maybe there may be one. A tool that moves by itself.
what?
In fact, the science lab stun gun wasn't just dropped there. Next to it, a mobile phone was connected to the strap.
The cell phone? You mean the one that Yoharuka discovered?
Yeah, that's right. Maki's mobile phone.
It was the one that disappeared when you said it was there? Actually, it matters because it has a vibration function that was used.
Kinjo is right. The phone had alarm settings just before we heard Inori scream.
Ah, that's right. I understood this now. Why is the alarm function related to moving? Am I the only one who doesn't understand?
I forgot.
I did not live in the mountains.
Yuhara, what I wanted to explain was that they drowned the stun gun using the phone's alarm function. The phone and the stun gun were connected by a strap. Probably the killer set the alarm at the time when the stun gun was about to be drowned, and and placed the phone in a corner as if it were about to fall on the edge of the desk. When this happens, the alarm goes off at the preset time and the vibrate function occurs. The cell phone moves little by little due to the vibration and eventually falls from the desk to the floor.
I see. I understand now. So the stun gun that was connected to the cell phone fell along with it?
What do you think, Kabashikawa? With this, if it is possible to electrocute Nora even remotely without anyone in the science lab, right?
Yeah, I lost. I didn't want to lose this time, but I lost to Maeda again. If people like Kinja don't know, Maeda will be able to win. Is it a problem to win and lose now? Take it seriously. This is a class trial. I know that, but who would know about this? I only argued once because I thought my reasoning was better than Maeda.
It's fine, don't fight. Now, we have to focus on revealing the culprit's crimes first. Why am I mediating now?
Say, you found out that phone has an alarm function. Even if it is that type of phone these days, it looks like an old 2G phone. My question would be, is it waterproof? The fact that the stun gun fell into the water means the cell phone that was connected to it also dropped. Old cell phones would probably break because of the water.
No, rather, the cell phone was floating on the floor of the science lab and it was in a broken state. The time was displayed was strange and the colors of the screen had strange marks and lines. I just found out that an alarm was set among other features that were still functional.
I'm smelling the mic. Hey, aren't you guys leaning down the road too much? If the problem is sorted out, let's move on to the next step. If Inori's problem was already cleared up, we've still yet to hear a lot more from this case.
Oh, right. So as long as the killer can do a So as long as the killer can do a remote killing using their cell phone on the floor of water, they don't have to run directly on the second and third floors. Oh, right, sorry. I see. If you set it up in advance, the rest just needs Inori tied up so that she cannot move on from that spot.
Bro, why is it Bento's characters? they I can't do Haru's, my gosh. They may have used a lot of tape for that purpose. It seems so. But if that's true, then what happened to Yamaguchi? Okay, he's yours. Careful, I'm
Set one up.
No, don't touch on it, because there's...